Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Thompson's Farmstead Adventures. Kind of holding my phone in a weird way with one hand. Today is February 10th of 2025. Yes, I'm clean shaven. Got a haircut. Hair's cut. Not more than one. And I'm heading off to Coffeyville, Kansas. About an hour and 20 some odd minutes away from the house. And I'm going to go pick up the quartz countertop that somebody had for sale, which is almost the same size as a small slab. And we're getting it at a really good price. So, it's good for me because the quartz fabric manufacturers out here won't sell to me because I don't have a fabrication license or certificate out here. And finding Kim, my wife, found this deal on Facebook Marketplace. It just happens, to be in Kansas. Yeah, it's not that far. But, you know, we got Kansas north of us, Missouri northeast, and Arkansas east of us, and they're all about an hour away. So, you know, not a big deal. So let's see how this thing turns out, because they've got a forklift to get it in the back of my truck back here. My truck bed is 49 inches wide. And, you know, I can get a sheet of plywood in there. It's 9 foot long. And luckily for me, the pallet that this thing is on, because it's standing, you know, at an angle, laying at an angle, is 38 and a half inches. So we got plenty of room to get it in there. The problem is getting it out of the truck. I don't have a forklift or a tractor with forks or anything. So I'm gonna have to go rent a forklift. Let's see how this turns out. Don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm out here in Coffeyville. Just picked up the slab. It's back there. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get back home. And evidently it's 12 o'clock. And it's time for testing the sirens, which kind of made me freak out a little bit. But then you can hear it going down to each siren. Years ago when I was a kid growing up and down here, I've said this before, they would do the same thing. But it wasn't for tornadoes. It was for air raid, you know. It was for planes coming over, dropping bombs. You know, it was since World War II. So anyways, yeah, that would freak me out. Well, we got it in the back. He had a forklift. Let's see how I'm going to get it out. Made it home. And on the way home, I contacted the one rental yard that I know of, and to see if they had a forklift. They do. They just don't have a trailer big enough for it. It's a 9,000 pound forklift, and I don't really need something that big. And then they want to charge $200 to drop off and $200 to pick up. And I told them, I go, well, I just need a small forklift with trailer for about maybe 30 minutes, you know. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to take the rest of the day. It's too late to try to get this off today, but I wanted to show you. It was just barely taller than my racks, so getting it in here was cutting it close. But I got it in there. I pulled forward, got out, stood up on my running boards, looked, okay, kept going a little more, looked, okay. I want to make sure I didn't smack it on the garage opening. So we'll pick up tomorrow on trying to get this off. I have a good idea how I'm going to do it. And tomorrow I'll have my wife too, so that will help. I don't have to be by myself. It's kind of, you know, you don't want to be by yourself when you're doing this. You want to have at least one person here to see something, you know, if I can't see it, see an issue. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to find a forklift. Well, I have a rental set up for tomorrow morning to pick up a skid steer with forks and rent their trailer for $40. I bring my tower to them to service it and stuff like that. In fact, I should be bringing that over soon. Maybe I'll drop off their skid steer and turn around and load up my zero turn on that same trailer. So less than $200, that's for sure. I go down the street, pick it up, and come down here. The problem I have is the skid steer, for one, is a little more temperamental. You know, you hit the lever, sometimes they just want to jerk, you know. He said his is on tracks. I don't care if it's wheels or tracks. It's just, I'm going to have to play with it for a bit. Forklifts, I've been on a long time, multiple sizes, you know, even reach forklifts, which I called Pettibone, but they're other brand names, like Ahern's has their own Pettibone, whatever, you know, the reach forklifts. I can pretty much drive anything out there. It's just, with the forklift, it has the metal backing that I can tie my straps to the rail on the back over and onto the forks, so that way if I do have to tilt or whatever, or move aside or whatever I got to do, it's still strapped down. You don't have that. Well, I don't know. They might have that. They might have a small little rail system. Well, I guess we'll see tomorrow. Ooh, it's cold. 10 degrees right now. Let's see if we got locked in here. Yeah, I can't. Can't get out. We lost water in the house. Today is what, February 13th, 2025. But the crystal, just the water itself, just crystallizing everywhere. I don't know what that was from. Let's see if we can get out this way. Oh. Oh, that one works. Everything's frozen shut. Holy cow. What a day. Right ahead of me. Come on, guys, let's go. All right, let me get over to the shop real quick. Alrighty. Harley, come on, let's go. All right, well, in the shop, I can get these ding-dongs in here. The cot city out in the street. It's not good at all. Right. Shop is 40 degrees. Okay. But I'll warm that up. I use my little Mr. Heater. Gotta fill it up though. Oh, and I've got to get this off. That's what happens when you don't have a farm equipment. Anyway, so get myself together here, guys. It's cold. I know that's loud, but showing you trying to warm up the shop at the same time. All my chicken bowls, or the water bowls outside that I had the buckets in. Whoops. I had the buckets in. Well, they're all frozen, so I can't get them apart. And I purposely washed all the bowls that we use for the chicken waters and put them aside. But when it rained and sleeted and all that stuff, they froze together. So I was able to get two of them apart, and I got to defrost them real quick so I can set them where I need them. Anyways, I'll show you that in a minute. Alrighty, well, I got the camera in one hand Got these bowls separated. Let me drop them where I can. Everything is like rock solid out here. Oh man. Here, I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. Someplace. Alright. Makes it a little easier. Again, two-handed job. These guys out of their nice little warm house. Get all this put away. All right. Come on. All right, let me get the other water. I need to be hands-free here for a moment. I took the opportunity to go back inside, warm my hands, and bring the jugs back in the plastic containers. Come on, y'all, let's go. I don't know if I should open this side or not. I'm going to. I can't wait to get them in their new coops because it'll be easier and cleaner. They destroyed this one. And during the rainy seasons, when they come out here and they flap their wings or whatever, or they get in a fight, two roosters or whatever, they fling the mud and muck and all that stuff all over the place. Somebody grab this one. Yep, that one. Right. Now they can go out there and free range a bit. That looked like it hurt. Everything here is all frozen up still. Solid. It's crazy. All right, well, now, whew, that was cold. That's gonna be one of those days, guys. Yep, I'm on the way to go get that skid steer now. So, let's see how it's going to work out. I got the wife to help me today, so it'll be much easier for me in a forklift. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of the skid steer bucket, not bucket, but forks. We'll see. See how this pans out. guys, I hate trying to do that with forklifts on a bobcat, skid steer, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. They're too dang jerky. Because they're made for digging quick, dumping fast. No, a forklift, I would have rather have used a reach forklift. It's also been 25 years since I've been on a skid steer. So, that doesn't help. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna freeze. It's like 22 degrees outside. All right, now let's see if I can get this thing back on the ramp after I get the trailer hook back up to the truck. So, my first time backing up a skid steer on a trailer. Yep, the slab is now in its resting spot. So, what we got to do next, we're going to cut it up to the size of the tub that we're going to spec out. And I got to build the frame for it and all that stuff. So when we get ready to drop in the new tub, I kept saying it was oval. It's actually a rectangle, which is going to be better for her. More comfortable, more room, more water. I have to get bigger tanks, or just do what the guy did before, just have a one tankless water heater just for her tub. Anyways, so our next journey, adventure, because this was an adventure, you're gonna have to go to Joplin. There's a place out there that sells prefabbed pieces. They're about the same size as this one here, a little bit, about 2 inches taller. This is a almost 108. I forget, I'll have to measure it again, but almost 108 inches by 50 and a half. The other ones are 108 by 52, but they're 2 centimeters, which means they're ½ inch. This one here is 4 centimeters, which is 1 inch. So I can get out of this slab here basically everything I need for the wife's tub and backsplashes at 5 inches. The front half bath, I can get out of the center where the tub gets cut out at. I can get that countertop plus the back, all 3 sides on the backsplashes at 3 inches, and the same thing, or 4 inches. I think I broke down 4 inches. Then the same thing I can get out of this corner right here, because it's only, you have a wall here, then the toilet's right there, then the shower's right next to it inside the harvest right room. So I can get that slab, that countertop out of this there, as well as the back splash and side splash, 2 pieces. But the wife wants more ledge in the back. So there goes that idea, because I was able to get the back piece here, the side, and all that stuff based on the way I had it measured out to be able to utilize this whole thing. So now what we're going to do is, after I get it cut up, and we're not going to install it, of course, yet. I could do the tub and just do the backsplashes later. I hate to do that. But it would also look funny inside the 2 small bathroom countertops having a 1 inch thick backsplash on it. So out in Joplin, there's a place that sells these prefabs. They come from Modesto, or they're all over California, man. They're coming from California, and they say they got a place out in Texas, but this certain look, I think it's called Serra, S-E-R-R-A, Serra, whatever. A little different than what we got as far as the countertops. Our countertops have more of a I'm going to say tobacco looking, more of a brownish tone to it and stuff. But with this being on the other side, I can also make it the threshold for the shower and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I mean, it's unlimited what we can actually do once we get the other pieces. So if I'm going to purchase 2 more pieces, which will cost still less than this guy, wish I would have known. But see, those are 1/2 inch. I like 3/4 inch for tops, whether it's countertops, throughout, kitchen or bath or whatever, islands and all that. And especially if you're going to be dropping a tub in. And tile wouldn't have been a way to go. It would have eventually cracked somewhere. Unless you went travertine. Travertine's a little thicker. Or marble. But still, everything like that still has, you know, they can still crack. So, we'll see how this goes, guys. It was definitely an adventure, you know. Monday I picked it up out in Coffeyville. Tuesday it snowed. Wednesday it was just a mess out here. It's still cold. We had the sleet and snow and everything else all in one day, Tuesday. Wednesday it was a dry out period, but it was the roads were still bad. And finally I said, all right, I'm going to bite the bullet and go get this thing done. So there it is. We're done. I didn't tilt too far forward where it'd slide off. And I was afraid of that. That's what I don't like about, you know, bobcats, you know, skid steers, whatever. If you hit that lever too hard, boop, you just dumped your load. Well, appreciate you all watching. Be well, be blessed. See you soon.